It's the early way, yeah. It's the early way, yeah, yeah. It's the early way, yeah. It's the early way, yeah, yeah. It's the early way, it's the early way, yeah, 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 yeah. It's the early. What's up, y'all? I'm Earl. I thank y'all for hearing these YouTube streets. So coming on down to the early way. I'm coming at y'all with another video to talk about them baddies. You know, all them hoes do is meet up, point out who they want to fight, and them hoes get it scrapping. And they over there in the Caribbean this season. This is episode 6, and it's titled Last Night in Barbados. Y'all tune in with me. But before we get into the recap, let's get into some top tweets of the episode. Let's get it. And we have our first tweet, and it says, "Why did this bitch just twirl mid-fight?" And that's simple. It's because she cannot fight. Dear, I don't understand Dear. She can't fight, but she gonna fight. But then when she lose the fight, she gonna say she ain't a fighter. Well, start running up. Simple. And to answer this question, why did this bitch just twirl mid-fight? It's, because she can't fight. Next. Our next tweet says, "Get your ass up right now, girl. Like, why are you getting on your hands and knees saying sorry and shit just for her to fight you next? Like, girl, that's embarrassing as fuck, baby girl. Like, Diamond, I'm going to say this in my meat meal voice. Get up. Get up on your good foot." Get up on your good foot, y'all. I didn't understand why Diamond dropped to her knees and apologized to Tinker. I guess she was doing it to be funny. You know, I just didn't understand it. I wouldn't have done it. Instead, I would have just fought her. Just fought her. You want to fight her so bad, just fight her. Fucking apology. Y'all baddies. Fuck all that. Our next tweet says that no one has a real storyline this season. I honestly agree with Tommie. These folks ready to crash out over fame knowing you can't move like that in real life. It's getting sad at this point, and I agree. You know, it's no storyline. These hoes not getting to the bed. All these hoes want to do is fight to go viral. I mean, at this point, we expect fights on baddies, but goddamn, do something else besides that. Shit, y'all might as well change the name from Baddies to "It's About to Be a Wet Girl Fight." We about to throw them balls. Y'all might as well just change the name to No Substance at all. Our next tweet says, "Dear says she's not a fighter, but she's standing up for herself. I gotta give it to her for having the heart to get out there still. Don't let nobody bully you. Ain't nobody bullying Dear, so that's a dud." Somebody responded to the tweet and said, "I ain't no fighter, but when you wanted to fight Gretchen, you want to fight every day. Dear is a clown." And I agree with that. Dear, you are a clown. You say you gonna fight Gretchen until thy kingdom come, like you can really beat Gretchen. And I said that you couldn't. And from the list of things, you cannot. You're not a fighter, but you standing up to fight knowing you're going to get your ass whooped. Well, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Y'all hoes is willing to get up on TV, walk away with bloody noses, all because, you know, you want to get up in the pain. You ain't going to let nobody punk you, so you feel like you got to fight. And I'm here to tell you that you don't got to fight. You can just talk your shit and back them hoes up off you just like that. You ain't always got to fight. Dear, you are a clown, and you make yourself look worse and worse as the episodes go on and on. And our last tweet says that Tesehki is so boring. She doesn't give opinions on any beef, any commentary on anything, no arguments. She has no reason to be on another season, and I have to agree. Tesehki, you are boring. You've been boring since the Baddies East. You've been boring since Baddies East. You would not have been bored if you walked up on Baddies East and slapped Wo Vicky and slapped Anna for your sister. You won't slap a bitch for your sister, but you would slap a bitch because they standing next to your man? That don't make no sense to me. So get your ass up off the show. You are boring. You don't argue. You don't add your input. You don't do nothing but look dumb with a dumb expression on your face all the time. It's like you want to say something, but you don't. Therefore, since you not saying nothing, get your ass up off the show. Simple. And that's all we have for the top tweets of the episode. Let's get into the recap. We open the show where we left off last episode, where everybody in their separate groups on a nature walk in Barbados. Over in Scotty's group, we got Meatball trying to tell Jayla because she thinks Jayla is bullying Biggie. They all up in each other's face arguing. Jayla let her know that she's not bullying Biggie. Biggie said that she was going to slap her over an opinion she gave, and she made Biggie stand on what she said, and that was it. She ended up explaining to Meatball the whole situation, and after all that acting she was doing, Meatball calmed down and realized maybe she was doing a little too much. And if I was Jayla, I wouldn't have explained shit to Meatball. I would have just hit her in her stomach, like, pow, right in the stomach. Since she always got that shit out, like, why she always walking around with her stomach out? That shit is not cute at all. But now, you know what? I would have explained the situation just so she could see how dumb she looked. Trying to take up for somebody who started with me first. Like, Meatball, you was doing a whole lot of. And Slim jumps in her confessional, and she say, as women, she's glad that they talked it out instead of fighting it out, because there's other ways to resolve issues without having to fight all the time. She said that, but she ends up fighting with Diamond 10 minutes later because Diamond said she was a follower. You know, they just be saying shit just to say it because it sounds good at that moment. Like, what? Anyway, after all that, Scotty asked Meatball, didn't you fight somebody at the beach last night with your friend Tinka? And Meatball was like, yeah, with J.O. Then she let Scotty know that Tinka is her sis, not her friend. They locked in like blood. So they either grew up together and they call each other cousins, or they close enough friends that they call each other sis. So, you know, that's what I took from that. Then we shoot over to Natalie's group. Diamond and Tinka, they still going bad, forth and forth. They name calling. Tinka calling Diamond a monkey. She said that she looks like a gorilla and all that. And Diamond was like, a former dark-skinned woman calling another dark-skinned woman a gorilla is crazy. And I agree. It just shows that Tinka has some deep-rooted issues that she needs to work on. She do. Diamond ends up getting on her hands and knees, and she apologizes to Tinka. And I thought Diamond was doing too much, because what the F-U-C-K? Forget Tinka, fuck her, she's fake. Like, why? Diamond, you supposed to be disturbing these bitches, because that's what the fuck you do. Don't give these hoes what they want. Keep your foot on their neck. Once they reach the end of the nature walk, everybody linked back up together at the top of the hill. They taking the scenery for a moment, looking out at the beautiful view, just enjoying the views of Barbados. And y'all, it was a lot of space and opportunity. And you know what? Natalie took advantage of that space and opportunity. She let them know that tonight they're going to the club, and if anybody have a problem with each other, get it out now, because we would not be drunk or high fighting on the streets or Barbados or at the club tonight. Diamond steps up and she speaks first. She addresses Slim and Dia and lets them know that she has an issue with them because she feels like they both are following behind Tinka. Slim says she ain't a follower. She just chose a side, and until the issues is resolved between Diamond and Tinka, she don't fuck with Diamond. And Slim, that's following. What don't you understand? Dia chimes in and says that this has nothing to do with her being a follower. Tinka showed her love, and besides that, it's about the principle. Diamond, you had no reason to pull Tinka wig at the auditions, yet alone fight her just to be on the show. And what she said that for? Diamond asked her, didn't you fight yesterday? Didn't you fight a girl that wanted to get in the house? It's basically the same thing. They started arguing. And I guess Dia was talking too much because Diamond swings at her. I mean, backhand swing at her. It didn't connect though. Dia runs up and security pulls them apart. Dia ran up again, and this time it was a little pity pat type of fight. Wasn't much to it. Security breaks it up. By this time, Tinka was ready to fight. She on one. She upset that Diamond ran up on the smallest girl in the group. And I'm like, if the smallest girl got the biggest mouth, then what do you expect? And I thought it was weird of Tinka to want to fight Diamond now. Diamond been pressuring you to fight again since you danced on her wig and you didn't want to, but she swings at Dia, and now you get activated and you ready to fight. You ready to go. Sit your ass down somewhere. Diamond in her confessional say, all y'all pussy ass hoes can line it up. She say, all y'all pussy ass hoes can line it up. And I'm like, okay then, Diamond. Let them know. Then we see Slim run up on her. Again, this was a little pity pat type of fight. Security put them apart. Now, Slim, what happened to talking it out like women and resolving your problems? You just forgot about that, didn't you? You said fuck all that. I guess. Then Tika and Diamond, they go at it. 2 seconds into the fight, security breaks it up. They square up again and go at it again. Tika runs up and falls, giving Diamond the upper hand. Security quickly intervenes and, breaks the fight up. Meatball out on the sideline. She talking about, she about to get mad. I'm about to get mad. I guess because her good sis ain't doing what she's supposed to be doing. I guess Tika really supposed to be throwing them things, throwing them. Whooping Diamond ass, and I guess she wasn't doing that. So Tika on the sideline, Meatball on the sideline, upset. But they go at it again. They wrap up with each other, and they both fall to the ground, and security breaks it up. Once security had them separated, Dia runs up on Diamond again. She kicks Diamond and swings at her. Diamond swings back, and again, security broke it up with the quickness. Security really went and let them go at it like they did on the beach. Why you let them hoes fight like they did on the beach? Y'all let them get like one swing in before y'all break it up. Like, what the hell? I guess. Natalie jumps in. She takes control. She says that this issue isn't going to be resolved right now. Then she asks, is there anybody else with the issue? Big Kiva steps up and she takes a friendly fight with Tinka. And they fight because Tinka snuck Big Kiva at the beach and Big Kiva just wanted her lit back. And they fight. The fight was about nothing, but they end up hugging it out with each other afterwards. And I was like, that was pointless. So then the fight, they could have talked it out if it's just going to be that easy. You feel me? That just let me know y'all just get on this show to fight when y'all really can just talk out the issues. It would be much better if y'all just talk out the issues and if they try it again, fight. But y'all just fighting it there, hugging. Whatever. Dia confronts Nunu and Nunu is mugging her the whole time while she talking. Dia is explaining to Nunu that she's big on principle. She was fighting Gretchen and Nunu jumped in and she wasn't feeling that. And Nunu say it's business. It ain't personal. At the end of the day, she wanted a spot in the house, so she did what she did. And she jumps to her confession and say that she's not sure if Dia wanted an apology, but she's never apologized for how she feel. That's like saying sorry for being real. And I said, a bar. I said, okay, Nunu. Okay then. She asked Dia if she want her lit back, and Dia said yeah, and she got ready to run up. Nunu stopped and said, hold up, bitch. Hold up. She takes off her wig, she removed her earrings. You know the black girl stance. She take off her earrings, she removed her wig. And then them hoes go at it, and security breaks it up and pulls Dia away with, and she got put away with her nose bloody. So Nunu rocked her shit and made that nose leak. Natalie jumps in again and say, if that's not going to be resolved, do anybody else got an issue? And Sapphire over there on mute. Remember Sapphire said she going to fight Bianca every time, but she ain't stepping up and saying she got an issue, so I guess they finna drag that shit out. Natalie said they going to bring some replacements in the house, and Aubrey is going to help with that. And she let us know that it's Aubrey's last day. They end up choosing Big Kiva, Jellybean, Nunu, and J.O. to be in the house. Heaven Marina and Wendolly is going home. Aubrey leaves as well, so that's the last of them on the show. Poof! Be gone. Ill breakfast too. So they gone. In the next scene, we see Tommie, Biggie, Tesehki, Mariah, and Callie. They out to eat. They get on the top of Natalie. Tommie talks about, how she don't fuck with Natalie and all that extra acting she be doing, how Natalie not being herself and trying to morph into her. She just laid out how she really feels about Natalie. And she also let them know that it's her last night here. She gives them each a gift and she dips out. And what I got from that scene is, once again, Mariah is scary. She gets wickety, wickety wet. Mariah Lynn is that. She sat in the bed with her mouth closed shut because she didn't want to get smacked. She was quiet the whole time. You at dinner and somebody is talking about your friend and you say nothing. I get you say you have no problem with Tommie, but you let her drag your friend and you just sitting in your food when just the night before you jumped on Jellybean for taking for talking to Tesehki. And Tesehki, each episode lets me know that you need to be replaced. You're boring. You are boring. You don't add input or give your opinion. You don't bring nothing. And you are only interested when fighting. If that. So, back at the house, Natalie calls a house meeting. She lets her know that Biggie not joining her on the nature walk had her feeling the type of way. And I call lies. She thinks it's disrespectful, and I say, no, it's not. And she says she hopes that the girls that went out to dinner with Tommie doesn't feel the type of way about them picking and choosing the replacements, and I can guarantee you that they don't. Biggie, Tesehki, Mariah, and Callie comes in as Natalie is talking. They come in, they give everybody hugs. You know, they go around greeting everybody, saying, what's up, how you doing, and all that good stuff. Tesehki goes over to Nunu, who's sitting by Jellybean, and gives her a hug. So she moving around the room. You know, she giving everybody a hug. So she starts saying, Nunu get her a hug. Jellybean thinking she next. So Jellybean thinking everything cool. She goes to stand up with open arms to give Tesehki a hug too. And Tesehki ends up two-piecing her. Pop, pop. Dropping her to the floor just that quick. And I thought it was weak. Tesehki, you say you make them square up, so why didn't you tell this girl to get up, square up, and let's run it? Why you didn't do that? Instead, you caught that girl off guard because she thought everything was cool. You caught her off guard, and I didn't think that shit was cool. I didn't. Tesehki ends up explaining the situation, and I call bullshit with Tesehki and her fake-ass friend Mariah. Tesehki really didn't have a reason to fight Jellybean, and Mariah didn't have a reason to jump in. The shit was petty as fuck. And if your man is easily tempted to cheat, you need to handle that with him instead of with some random girl who doesn't even know him but stands next to him. Tesehki, you look and sound dumb. If you say what happened out loud, I bet you that shit don't make sense. Bitch, I'm fighting you because you standing next to my man. That shit don't make no sense, Tesehki. Say it out loud just one time. And then tell me how I sound. Just one time. Say it out loud while you fuck Jellybean. Biggie and Natalie, they talk. Natalie said that she was hurt that, you know, they went to dinner with Tommie and that they didn't see what went down on the nature walk and that they did have a chance to choose the replacements. And Biggie said her friend was here, so she don't give a fuck. She went to check up on her friend and I said, oop. I said, okay then, Biggie, let that hoe know. And, you know, Natalie says she fucks with Biggie. And Natalie, quit lying. You just said last episode you don't fuck with Biggie because she fucks with the op. Tommie, you said those words out your mouth. I don't fuck with her because she fucks with the op. But now you say you fucks with Biggie. You a liar. And Biggie is right. You do shapeshift. One day you like her and the next day you don't. You shapeshift from a sheep to a wolf. Or from a bird to a wolf because you a bird ass. She's a fucking bird. Jayla and Biggie, they talk it out. And all I got from that is that, Biggie, you can't start shit and then play victim. You can't do that. You be wanting sympathy and payola. How you start shit and then want sympathy and payola? Girl. And, you know, after that, they end the night on a good note out at the club in Barbados, and that was the end of the episode. The episode was meh. Yeah, it was alright. You know, it's something to watch. If you ain't doing nothing, you're going to go click on Zues. You're going to click on Baddies Caribbean. You're going to click on episode 6, and you're going to sit down and, you know, smoke or drink or whatever you do and watch Zues. You know, yeah, but the most valuable baddie, it was hard for me to choose a most valuable baddie for this episode because all them hoes got on my nerves. They really did. But, you know, if I had to choose one, it would be Diamond the Body, DTB, aka Disturbing the Bitches, because that's what the fuck she do. You know, I ride for Diamond. So, you know, she stood 10 toes down, ran her face a couple of times with them hoes that wanted to run it with her. So, if she was tired or not, she still fought. So, I'm going to give it a Diamond. And, you know, that's all I got to say. I thank y'all for tuning in to The Early Way. And if you haven't, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace.